Here is my USA story of the day, an absolute feel-good story. You ask for positive stories. Show me some positivity. Let's all be positive Patties or positive Patricks. Leave a like on this video. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow. It helps immensely. Now, we've been talking about, for the past week now, the campus craziness. Well, yesterday, some universities said that they had finally had enough, probably because the 40,000 out of 40,500 students at some of these universities were sick and tired of not getting their meal plan Rice Krispies or being able to go to class, or I don't know, it's finals week. There's innumerable reasons why these people were, the schools probably had finally had enough. Perhaps you look at Columbia University, $80,000 a head times 37,000 students, and only 200 of those students are managing to, screw over the other 37,000 or 36,800 or whatever. I suspect a lot of phone calls from angry parents were coming in. Well, last night, some absolute chads had enough at UCLA, where these clowns had taken down, disrespected the American flag, and tried to raise some sort of either a Palestinian flag or whatever. You see this UNC frat bros, not UNC. That's Chapel or North Carolina, University of North Carolina. Frat bros defend fallen American flag. Pro-Hamas protesters tore down an American flag at UNC and replaced it with one representing Palestinians. Authorities at the school eventually got the American flag back up, but before it could happen, a heroic group of students and frat bros protected the fallen flag to make sure it would not be further desecrated. Huge shout out. By the way, the story gets even better, so stick around because it's great. I mean, it's got a great twist at the end. Now, footage shared by Brian Anderson shows the students holding up the flag as they face down an unruly mob of losers throwing things at them. You can look at the incredible footage below. Well, let's go here. I'm going to turn off the sun. They're holding it, keeping it up off the ground, which is what you're supposed to do. Obviously, huge shout out. You could see someone in the background holding a Israel flag. They end up getting hit or something like that. Again, this is Brendan Rosenblum, a junior and Jewish student at UNC Chapel Hill. You can see people throwing stuff at them. Had water bottles thrown at him as he stood in the middle of the quad with an Israeli flag, while protesters tried to replace an American flag with the Palestinian ones. Classes have been canceled. So these boys are all from a frat. This is what I had expected was going to happen. Some alpha giga chads at these schools were going to say, all right, enough is enough. These frat boys, I've been to frat parties. They're all testosterone. You give them a reason to fight. You give them a reason to get rowdy. They are absolutely going to ride. One of their I assume maybe this individual with the Israeli flag is probably part of the frat. It doesn't matter. What's important is you see them holding it off the ground. Now, it gets better. Guillermo Estrada, a UNC student, tweeted that people were hitting the heroic and patriotic students, protecting the flag with rocks, sticks, water bottles, used profane language against the group. Estrada said the group held the line for over an hour until the situation was resolved. You can see this, and this was, what's great? Thread. Today was a sad yet empowering day at Chapel Hill. When I walked to class, I saw the Palestinian flag raised over our quad pole and was immediately upset by the act of these, quote, protesters had made. I cannot say I'm fully educated on the Israel-Palestine conflict, but it upset me that my country's flag was disrespected in order to advocate for another, based. Shortly after, Chancellor Roberts came with police officers to hang the flag once again. They were met with profanity, middle fingers, throwing bottles, rocks, and water. When the flag was raised once again, the Greek community began singing the national anthem as the chancellor left. The quad erupted into chaos as protesters began trying to remove the flag once again, preparing to destroy it. My fraternity brother and others ran to hold it up in order for it to not touch the ground. People began throwing water bottles at us, rock sticks, calling us names. We stood for an hour defending the flag. So many fight to protect. My parents started a new life in the United States. a country that has helped them flourish and raise 2 kids. I grew up in a military community and saw firsthand the sacrifices they make. I will not stand for the disrespect of these, quote, protesters. Cause for the sake of another country, that is. My LDOC will be memorable in knowing that my fraternity brothers and others fought to keep the flag up, but it will also be memorable in knowing that so many yearn to disrespect it. And you see these alpha giga Chad bros keeping that flag off the ground, people hurling stuff at him. I just love this guy's face. This guy's just laughing, and like, because he knows. By the way, these aren't gym bros. These are like just regular dudes. This guy's got a Hooters shirt on. These guys are wearing the same shirt. Just regular looking frat guys, but they're heroes. And then you play this and you can hear them start singing. Yeah. USA, USA, USA. Hell yeah. You know, these cops are like based. Get wrecked, communists. Well, the story has taken an interesting turn as now a GoFundMe has been launched so this frat can throw a rager. I'm not kidding. They got $15,000. This is nuts. This says Pi Kappa Phi men defended their flag. Throw them a rager. It just went to 15 grand from 2 grand since this. Commie losers across this country have invaded college campuses to make dumb demands of weak university administrators. But amidst chaos, the screaming, the anti-Semitism, the hatred of faith and flag, stood a platoon of American heroes, armored in vineyard vines and Patagonia, fueled by Zin and White Claws. These triumphant bohemians protected Old Glory from the unwashed Marxist horde. Laughing at their shrieks and wails and shielding the Stars and Stripes from Soviet missiles, these boys, men of UNC Chapel Hill, Pi Kappa Phi, gave the best to America, and now they deserve the best. Help us raise funds to throw this frat the party they deserve, a party worth the boat-shoed proletariat who did the country proud. Whoever wrote this also based. You can see, $15,000 has been raised. That's a pretty good party, I would say. I'll probably make a donation myself. If any of these guys want to stop on the show, promote their social media, promote their small businesses. I bet you some of these guys are doing some stuff online. Email me if you're one of these brave Chads, and I'll definitely promote whatever you like. As long as it's legal, and I'll come out. Hey, if you'll have me, I'll definitely come party with you guys. What an absolute group of Chads. And you can see this is not, you see the NYPD rips down the Palestine flag. This is at City College in New York, throwing it on the ground before replacing it with the American flag. Based. Quote, an incredible scene and proud moment as we have assisted City College New York in restoring order on campus, culminating in raising Old Glory once again on their campus flagpole, said NYPD Deputy Commissioner Kaz Daughtry. Now, a lot of people, if you're like me even too, you're like, how does it get this? Why are the cops not coming in? Well, usually universities have their own police forces. And so they have to kind of invite the PD in. That's how that works. And, the police can't just storm the campus for the most part and do, especially when it's just protests, quote unquote. And, ultimately this is another great moment. You see the flag getting not just taken down, ripped down. and then like emphatically just tossed like the garbage it is. You just absolutely love to see it. But it looks like a brand new American flag. You know, when I built my house, the first thing that was done in this house, when I built the house I live in now, was a call to the city to ask literally what is the tallest flagpole and largest flag that I'm allowed to have. My neighbors have left letters in my mailbox saying I thought, well, when I had letters, I was like, oh, great, they're complaining about it because I have these huge floodlights on it. Well, the city ordinance says I can have a 60-foot flagpole, and that's exactly what I have. And I have, I believe, a 12-foot by 12-foot American flag on there that I take very seriously. I keep in good shape, take it down when I need to take it down because I love this country. I love America for warts and all. And, you know, for my international viewers, you probably feel the same way about your country. You know, no country's perfect, but, you know, let's not let these, you know, communist losers destroy our country and disrespect our flag. Like, you want to go put a little Palestinian flag up in your dorm room? Fine. Nobody cares. That's totally fine by me. But when you want to rip down the American flag, you want to disrespect the flag, denigrate it, desecrate it, you know, while you're going to an $80,000 a year college, you live a life of complete luxury. You, for most people, live without fear at all. No, I don't have any time for that at all whatsoever. Shout out to these based giga-chads who protected the flag. And now it seems like they are absolutely going to have they're going to have one hell of a party. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.